mama rough around the edges. Never let it ruffle up your feathers, angel.
Okay, sorry, back to my video. But like I said, March 12th, 2010, I received a call from my father. Well, the letter went to my aunt. I'm probably repeating myself, but I got a call, so it kicked me off. So then, like I said, the letter went to my aunt. She called my dad. So my dad, at that time, that's how he got my phone number. So then he called. Well, when he called, I finally talked to him, and I said, you know what, I fell apart, I never knew I was going to talk to him. Well, I told my friend that I found him, and I told her, you know what, just wait, don't tell anybody, let me figure out how I'm going to do all this. Well, she ended up telling my sister. So when it got to my sister, my mom told her some time back that he was passed away. So my sister never believed that he was alive. So eventually I called and I said, you know what, how am I going to get her to come to my house? So I had to think about it. At that time, I said, you know what, maybe if I tell her I have something for her, maybe I can get her to come to the house. So I got her to come to my house. At this time, my dad was at my house because he came for my wedding. I had his van in my driveway, which had Washington plates on it. Oh, again, he was found in Washington, Vancouver, Washington. So my sister, I walk out there to her, and at this time, I have those printouts of when, of my grandparents, and I found out later that was them and that they have passed away. So I told my sister. And she's like, oh my God, which I'm going to be attaching videos. Hopefully I can get it on here of how that went. Well, I videotaped her and had her walk in my house. And she's like, why are you videotaping me? Well, when I walk in the house, I tell my sister, here's our dad. Well, when I walk in the house, he ain't there. He's in the bathroom. So we're sitting there waiting for him to come out the bathroom. My niece my sister says, well, where is he? And my niece goes, well, obviously somebody's in there. Maybe that's him. Or it went something like that. Well, then he came out, and I told my sister, Domri, this is our dad. And she said, oh my God, how did you find him? Or where you been? Or something like that. I don't know. At this time, we didn't tell my mom. Because when I was talking to my dad, I was kind of figuring out how did I want to do it. Did I just want to not tell anybody and just have him be at my wedding? Because originally my uncle was going to walk me down the aisle because I didn't know where my dad was. But I still wanted my uncle part of my wedding. So I was like, how am I going to do this? So it was the day of the rehearsal, and I kind of felt bad, I didn't know what to say. I really didn't know what to do. So I told my uncle, I was like, you know what? And he's seen that my dad was here, and he goes, well, I really shouldn't be here. You really don't need me. And I was like, I really want you to be here. So I ended up having him walking with my sister. So when my sister found out that my dad was alive and he was here, we had to figure out how I was going to get my mom into all this. Well, she went to my sister's house, and I guess they ended up blocking her, and so she couldn't leave. They all come to my rehearsal, and my mom walks in, and she sees my dad. Well, I guess she goes to the bathroom shaking. She couldn't believe what she's seen. So then when she comes back to where we're at, she says, oh my God, I can't believe Tanya found you. So, like I said, for the wedding, I'm all over the place, but for the wedding, I wasn't going to tell anybody. I was just going to have, surprise, walk down the aisle, but then I was like, that might give people heart attacks. It might not be such a good idea. So then my mom said she couldn't believe that she found us and found him. And I have video of that as well. Hopefully I can attach it to this. It's going to be a long video, but maybe it'll give somebody a thing to give up. Never to give up. Well, when I found my dad, I'm all over the place again. He's changed his name. It was still Donald Berger, but the spelling was different. The middle name was different. The Social Security, I think, was different. But at that time, when my dad called me, he says, you know, you have two sisters. I knew of one sister, but I didn't know anything about the other sister. So I was fortunate enough to have them come to my wedding. Well, I'm really not going to talk about that issue, but they were in my wedding. I was able to meet them. They were part of it. Everybody stayed at my house. So then, that's pretty much really all that I can think of on how everything went. But like I said, go on White Pages, go on People Finder, go on to Social Security Death Index. That's really good. You can find people like that. Don't ever give up. There's always hope. If you can't find that person, maybe you can find a family member. You know, get that closure that you need. So now I talk to my dad pretty much every day. We're just trying to catch up. It's just kind of weird to me because now I have other sisters and a dad that I really never had. So it's kind of weird. I'm still trying to adjust to all of that. I'm glad I have more family members. I'm so glad that I met everybody. My dad does have a sister that lives in Moreno Valley. I went over there and I visited her, and she came to my wedding. I have another aunt, Dana. She's in, I believe, Riverside. I've never met her. If I do, I don't remember. My grandparents, they lived in, oh, that's another thing. They lived in Upland, and I had that address. So at one time, I sent letters there, but I never got them back, so I didn't know what was going on. Well, then, come to find out, they lived in Sun City, which really, it's in California somewhere, but I know it's close to where I was living. So if I knew, I would at least had that relationship and knew them and was able to meet them. But I wasn't. I guess there were some things with my grandma that wasn't too good. So maybe it was for the best. I don't know. But that's pretty much how I found my dad. That's pretty much everything that happened. I'm hoping that I can get the videos, clips or whatever of those days, like how everything went. I really don't want this to be too long, but it looks like it's going to be. So, I believe that's pretty much it. If you have any questions or you want to know anything, just comment down below. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. Share the story. Maybe it'll help somebody else. You know, you never know. You got those people out there depressed, looking for family members, wanting that closure that they never had, that they think that they will never have. You know, just help somebody out. So, I believe that's pretty much it. Well, with my sisters, I found out that they had kids, and at one time I did go to Tennessee where one of my sisters lived, and I met her kids. There's one, I believe, that I never met. My other sister, Barbara, she had 6 kids. One of them passed away, and I think I've only met 3 of her kids. I don't think I've met the other ones. Which I would love to, but you know, you can't make anybody like you or want to see you or whatever. So, I know this is all over the place, but I just wanted to make sure I got the whole story, that you guys knew everything and what happened and what went on and all that other stuff. But like I said, don't ever give up. You know, I did it for many, many years. And then when my dad was there for my wedding, I also was in the paper, and I did an article with that, which that I will attach because, you know, that I know I'm able to. I don't know how long I can do this, so this might end up being 2 or 3 videos. I don't know, but it's gonna be all over the place because, you know, I'm new to this. I don't know how all this works, so I just hope this helps somebody out there. I look terrible, sorry. But like I said, you have any questions, let me know. If I can help, I'll be glad to. So I thank you. I love you all. Let's make the world a better place, like everybody says, you never know. All right. Thank you very much for listening to me and watching my video. And share, maybe. Get it out there. It can help somebody else. You never know. Thank you. I love you all.